Diddy is going to jail for the disgusting crimes he has been charged with. What's sad is that the entire time that he's been hurting these women, Wendy Williams has been trying to expose his problematic behavior. You guys are wondering why Diddy would go after Wendy Williams. Well, Wendy has been warning us about Diddy for decades, and today I want to show you exactly what she knows and what she's been trying to tell us. During Wendy's media career, the queen of entertainment news and gossip, who never shied away from addressing celebrity rumors, tried to raise the alarm when it came to Diddy. But her ongoing beef and her public warnings only led to career setbacks. Keep in mind that Wendy and Diddy worked very closely together, but in an interesting way, because in 1993 he started Bad Boy Records, and in 1994 she was working in New York radio. So she was playing a lot of the music, commentating on a lot of the music, and they had an interesting, relationship, kind of like frenemies, especially in 1998 when she spread rumors that Diddy may be gay, which we've heard plenty of times. And once that news got to him, he actually pulled some strings and got her fired from her job. She claims she received a photo of a man allegedly pulling Diddy's shorts down while he was on vacation in Cancun. Wendy actually was fired from her job before she could even address the photo on air. And he still does, which is why so many people are scared of him and scared to tell their story. There's Kirk Burrows. I did an interview with him some months ago, and he told a story about Wendy Williams. She got fired from Hot 97 because she had a picture of Puffy. So now in 2013, Wendy did briefly speak about this situation. She said that there is a lot of homophobia in hip hop. So when you bring up like someone potentially being gay, then that's a bigger deal, I guess, than hip hop. But she said there was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake. We're talking about such. And now everyone can kind of share their opinion. Honestly, kudos to Wendy. I hope she's doing well because she has always stayed true to her, her take. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But she's not going to back down and change things. And she stood up for herself against Diddy. She's definitely talking about Diddy there. I mean, for reference, he has 7 children. But things began to escalate because Diddy then sent a girl group on his label to confront Wendy Williams. She claimed that once upon a time, there was a music mogul who sent all his girl groups to beat her ass in front of the radio station. She said, I got off the air one day, then them total bitches, I guess that's the group name, were downstairs and everybody upstairs at the radio station was looking down, egging it on, waiting for something to go down. Wendy said her boyfriend at the time prevented anything further from happening. I remember I got off the air one day and them total bitches were downstairs waiting, and everybody upstairs at the radio station is looking down, egging it on, waiting for something to go down. I wasn't yet married. My knight in shining armor screeched up in his car just out of nowhere. I didn't even know what was about to happen. I'm standing in the door like, what? And I'm literally about to go through now. I'm not like, what, let's fight, because I'm not one of those type of broads. And plus, there was 3 of them. The little Chinese man that drove the van, they were coming. There was no security or anything. It was just them 3 fighting broads. And me. And my co-workers that shot standing upstairs trying to look down to see it all jump off. They all knew. When I said goodnight to everybody, everybody's pressed up against the window. I didn't even walk or bother asking, what are you all looking for? Because when the clock strikes, it's time to go. It is time to go. I didn't get a chance to hit the sidewalk. Before I knew it, out of nowhere, there's a whole bunch of rah-rah going on outside, and I'm still trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And I send Cower and Skell out on the sidewalk, and he comes back in and says, it's total outside. And they were about to set it on you. That story sounds so crazy. It sounds like a movie, because who sends a girl group to go and beat up a radio host you don't like? I mean, that just shows how much power Diddy had on all these people around him. Wendy says, even though he put her through hell in her career, I will never forget, and I do not hate him. So sounds like a little bit forgiving in a way, and I'm glad she doesn't forget and she continues to hound him, because in 2015 there was a moment on her show where she kind of, shares that she believes that Diddy is controlling, especially after Cassie has filed this lawsuit. Looking at this clip in hindsight, it's wild because Wendy knew. So Cassie's in South Africa filming Honey 3, and she allegedly has been avoiding Puffy. And my thing about when you date a mogul is that it's really difficult to avoid them, because if you use your head, you never know when they're going to pop up on the scene. He's mogul, he can hire a plane right now, zoom it to South Africa, land on the roof of the hotel where she's staying, okay? Pay people off the front desk, give me the key and let me up in her room. Like, I think I'm already paranoid. I think there's something to this clip, a little bit deeper, because she's saying, yeah, because he's rich, he could do this, he could do that, he could pay off the people and go into their hotel room. But there's a lot of rich people out there and they don't behave this way. This is something specific to Diddy's behavior. This person commented the way that Wendy was literally trying to tell us. And it is straight up facts, especially when we see that Cassie filed a lawsuit against Diddy. They ended up settling, but damn, those allegations in that lawsuit, including like drugging, forcing her to use her body to please him, and much more. It's just, I mean, it's hard to digest and it's hard to even see these warning signs and to think that Cassie was kind of ignored. Diddy admitted that he was nervous to go on the show, but applauded Wendy and was very complimentary, probably because he wants to get on her good side. And part of me also wonders if he's like, doing this because he knows one day you will be exposed. Unfortunately, Wendy's not here to give us her take on the Diddy situation. But when she had him on, she did ask him about Cassie. I'm shocked that you and Cassie have gone this far. Like the distance. What is it about her? I mean, it's just like when a record comes on, the way she moves. Yeah. When I look at her, the way she smiles. The way I see her look at me sometimes when I wake up and she's already awake, A lot of people had some interesting thoughts about this interview because of the allegations Cassie has raised. One person wrote, "This did not age well." Another person wrote, "This interview hit different in 2023. And then finally, this person wrote, "Who's watching this in 2023 catching the Easter eggs?" When Diddy and Cassie eventually broke up, Wendy addressed the breakup on air in 2018, saying that Cassie wasted her time with a man that was 17 years older than her. Diddy tried to reach out to Cassie through social media to get back together, but Wendy said, "I suggest you don't use social media to reach out." Wendy said, "I believe he probably treated her at some particular point like a possession," saying that Diddy treated Cassie like a possession. "If you really care, you reach out privately, not publicly." Love her or hate her, she seems to be right about almost everything. In 2017, Wendy went on to The Sway in the Morning to talk about her history with Diddy. And here's what she had to say about what Diddy had put her through throughout her career. Wendy Williams is a tough cookie. Imagine having her run out of New York. But Wendy's publicist said that the former talk show host did not have any comment on the recent allegations against Diddy. He has multiple lawsuits filed against him, and you guys know we will be following that very closely. But I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below.